everyone, it's me, Dan. Hey, I'm all packed out and ready for my big move. You can see I'm in an empty house. But I thought I would take time to do one more book review. And the book that I'm talking about is this one here by Tracy, Vincent, and it is called The Beekeeper. Now, right off the bat, just to warn you, this is what I would consider an R-rated book. It's not my typical fare. And so you have to keep that in mind. There's a lot of language and a lot of sexual stuff in it. And so if you're not into that stuff at all, and I'm typically not, but anyway, this would end the, you could turn off this video at this point because there's no point to go any farther. But it's a strange mystery story which uses the converging through lines technique, and I'll put up a video. I have a video about that technique of structure of a novel. I'll link it here somehow. Where you have multiple characters, none of them are identified as the main protagonist, and they're all moving down their own paths towards some unknown conclusion. And in that regard, Tracy did a really good job. And since it's a mystery, she allowed the mystery to stay in place until the very end of the novel. So in that regard, it was a pretty interesting story. And the other way that I found it interesting was that the author took a lot of time to look at the same events through different characters' eyes and give completely different spins about what that meant, what their relationships with each other were, what the incidences in their lives, how they saw them differently. And that's a pretty interesting study in character. So it is an interesting book, and if you're not put off by R-rated themes and language, then it is worthwhile to go pick it up just to see the structure of it, and because the author manages to keep the people guessing to the end. It is also kind of I don't know what genre this story falls within. It's a mystery, it's a horror kind of story. So, but it is a very curious one, and I think it's worthwhile if for me I had to get past the R-rated elements. But otherwise, it's a pretty good book, well written, and if you're looking for some sort of very strange type of story, well, this is a strange story, and you'll enjoy it. But again, R-rated elements. So anyway, so that's all I have. I'm about to get on the airplane in a couple days. I don't know when I'll post my next video, but here's my empty house. Memories. Da, 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 da. So with all that said about this book, The Beekeeper, I will see you all next time.